Chemistry Tude welcomes you. I have brought the solution of ISC 2024 specimen paper of chemistry. Tomorrow is your chemistry paper. Sorry for the delay. Due to the bad health, I could not post the video earlier. So without wasting the time, let me share the screen. I have solved the paper for you. So here it goes. Now you can see they have changed the trend of the question paper. So let's see what are the changes. Now section A contains 14 marks. In this, your question number 1A says fill in the blanks by choosing the appropriate word or words from those given in the brackets. Now here you have to be very careful that please do not change the version of the printed option. In whichever form it has been printed, whether the formula, whether the word, you have to fill the fill-ups in that manner only. So the first one says in the Haber process, iron changes the activation energy of reaction while molybdenum increases the efficiency of the catalyst. The number of ions that will be produced when potassium ferrocyanide dissolves in water is 5. This shows that Cn minus ion is the ligand in the coordination compound. Your third fill in the blank says, haloalkenes undergo both nucleophilic and electrophilic reactions due to the presence of carbon bond and the halogen atom. In case of alcohols, as the carbon chain length increases, the boiling point increases and the solubility in water decreases. Now, part B is your multiple choice question where you get an option. If you don't have time, then please do write only the correct option. There is no need to write the entire option. That, like in this case, part D is correct. So you can write part D also. Or if you are having the time, you can write only PNS. The question says a potassium iodide solution containing starch turns blue on the addition of chlorine. Which one of the following statement explains this? Now you have to remember that in the electrochemical series, your chlorine is below iodine. Therefore, your chlorine shows the reduction and iodine, that is iodide ion I minus, shows oxidation. And because it shows oxidation, your iodine is formed, which gets absorbed in starch to give the blue color. So the correct option will be only P and S, that is option D. Crystal field is splitting CFC for higher spin D for octahedral complex. Again, the option is D. Answer is minus 0.6. Third, acidified K2Cr2O7 solution turns green when Na2SO3 is added to it. This is due to the formation of, again, option D is the correct answer, Cr2SO4 whole thrice. That means chromium sulfate. Which of the following product is formed when benzene diazonium chloride is reduced by hypophosphorus acid in the presence of cuprous ion as catalyst? Answer is C, that is your benzene. Which of the following aqueous solution has lowest vapor pressure? That will be 1mK2SO4. Then sixth is your assertion and reasoning question. Assertion says, adding water to two beakers A and B containing NaOH and acetic acid solution respectively will increase the molar conductance of the solution sharply in the beaker A and slowly in the beaker B. They have given the reason as molar conductance increases with decrease in concentration or upon dilution. So, both assertion and reason are true, and the reason is the correct explanation of assertion. That is, option A is the correct answer. Then the next part, assertion says aniline is soluble in HCl while it is only slightly soluble in water. A reason, aniline cannot make hydrogen bonds with water but gets protonated easily by acids. Again, both assertion and reasoning are correct, so option A is the correct answer. Now, this is a new question format which they have introduced this year in the specimen paper, that is the passage question. Now, the question says, during the winter season in a particular year, Kashmir experienced heavy snowfall. It was an unexpected snowfall. Thousands of visitors were stranded because it was dangerous to travel on snowy roads and vehicles could not move as water froze in the car radiators. In such conditions, officials decided to sprinkle rock salt or calcium chloride on roads. The first part of the question says, why was it decided to sprinkle rock salt or calcium chloride on the roads? So here the answer will be that while when you sprinkle the salt or CaCl2, the snow starts melting because the depression in freezing point of water helps in clearing the roads. So once we are sprinkling this CaCl2 or the rock salt, the snow starts melting from the surface because of the depression in the freezing point of water which takes place, and it helps in the clearing of the roads. The second part is a mixture of ethylene glycol and water is used as coolant in car radiators. Why? Again, the answer is that it lowers the freezing point of water. Hence, coolant will not freeze, because if it will freeze, it will result in the bursting of the radiator, which will not be safe. Third part, how many grams of ethylene glycol should be added to 10 kg of water so that the solution freezes at minus 10 degrees centigrade. Here the formula which we will be using will be delta TF is equal to KF into molality. We will do the substitution. Your delta TF will be the difference. So it will be 0 minus 10, which becomes 10. So once we substitute, we get the answer as W is equal to 3333.3 grams or 3.3 kg. That will be the correct answer. Now we come to section B. Question number 2. Arrange the following alcohols in order of decreasing activity towards Lucas reagent. Now we are well aware that Lucas reagent will always gives the turbidity at once with the tertiary alcohol. After 5 minutes, it shows with the secondary alcohol, and with the primary alcohol, no turbidity is shown with the Lucas reagent under normal condition. So if I have to arrange, I will be arranging as your tertiary, then secondary, and then primary. I have already numbered these given alcohols, so you can very well see and you can arrange. Second part says ethanol has a higher boiling point than methoxymethane. Justify the statement. Simple. Your ethanol will have a higher boiling point because it shows intermolecular hydrogen bonding, whereas your methoxymethane does not form hydrogen bond. You have to write vice versa both the statements. You cannot leave just by saying ethanol has higher boiling point because of the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. You have to specify for methoxymethane also. Question number 3, give a reason for each of the following. Now here it says the size of the trivalent cations in lanthanide series decreases steadily as the atomic number increases. The reason is poor shielding effect, which results in higher effective nuclear charge. Second part, the third ionization energy of manganese is unexpectedly high because when manganese changes into Mn plus 2 ion, it loses 2 electrons, and Mn plus 2 will have half-full d orbitals which are considered to be stable. So hence, the third ionization energy of manganese will be high. Then question number 4, give balanced chemical equations to convert the following. Now I have, because of the less space, I have not written the IUPACs, but please remember when you are writing the reactions for organic, IUPACs are important. So here are the conversions. Question number 5, account for the following. Your Cu plus ion, Q plus ion has got fully filled 3d10 orbitals, therefore it's colorless, whereas your Cu plus 2 has 3d9 as the electronic configuration of the valence shell, so it shows dd transition and hence they are colored in nature. Zinc is not regarded as transition element because it has 3d10 as valence configuration, which shows that it is completely filled. Question number 6, two compounds they have given are enantiomers of each other. Name one physical property that is same. So in that you can write either the melting point or the boiling point or the density. For enantiomers, these properties are same. Different will be in terms of optical isomerism. Rotation will be in different direction, though the direction of rotation will be different, but the magnitude of rotation will be same. Question number 7, a rusted piece of iron undergoes electrochemical reactions. Write the chemical reactions taking place. The first part is the electrode that behaves as an anode. So that is your iron. So your iron loses your electrons. You can see the equation. The electrode that behaves as cathode, your oxygen plus 4H plus 4 electrons forms 2 molecules of water. So here it says, then it says, given the that the standard reduction potentials they have given, what will be the standard potential of the cell? Now here children, you have to pay attention that if they are asking to calculate EMF of the cell, then if the concentrations are given in the question which are different for both, then we will use Nernst equation. But here they have given the reduction potential and they are asking the standard. So we will use simply the formula E cathode minus E anode. So it will be 0.54 minus becomes plus. So it is 0.54 plus 1.66. When you will add, you will get the answer as 2.2 volts. In your numericals, formula is important, substitution is there, and the final answer with the unit is important to be written because it is a step marking. Question number 8, what happens when write chemical equations only? So if the equations are there, you can very well see. The third part, an organic compound having molecular formula gives a characteristic color with aqueous FeCl3 solution. On treatment with carbon dioxide and NaOH at 400 Kelvin under pressure gives B, which on acidification gives a compound C. C reacts with acetyl chloride to give D, which is a popular painkiller. So I have written your A is phenol, your B is sodium salicylate, then your C is your salicylic acid, and your D is your aspirin, which is a very important painkiller. Then comes your next question, question number 9. Again, it is a passage question. The formula will be delta TB is equal to KB into molality. You can see I have written the formula, shown the substitution, and then the final answer. Question number 10. Aromatic aldehydes do not give a reddish brown PPT because they lack alpha hydrogen. Why is benzyl aldehyde less reactive? Because the aldehyde group is an electron withdrawing group. So it destabilizes the carbocation. Hence, your benzyl aldehyde becomes less reactive to electrophilic substitution reactions than benzene. Question number 11. Give a reason. Explain why transition metals act as good catalyst. Because they show variable or different oxidation state. Therefore, they act as oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent at the same time. Then for scandium, the configuration is 3D14S2 because it has got partially filled d orbital. Hence, it is regarded as transition element. Section C, 21 marks. Here is the equation. You will use the formula R is equal to K into concentration of A raised to the power X, concentration of B raised to the power Y. You will form 3 simultaneous equations. And then in the simultaneous equation, we have got 2 variables X and Y. So we will be dividing in the first case equation 2 by equation 1 by 2. You can see the solution. X is equal to 2. In the second case, we are dividing equation 2 by 3. So we are getting Y is equal to 1. Then you will substitute the values and you will get the answer. R is equal to 1.63 into 10 to the power minus 2, A raised to the power 2, B raised to the power 1. Question number 13. Arrange the following. So the arrangements are there. You can see the order in the increasing order of their basic strength in water and the decreasing order of their basic strength in gas phase. Question number 14. What products are obtained when sucrose is subjected to acid hydrolysis? It is your glucose and fructose are formed. I have written the reaction. You can see. Why are vitamin B and vitamin C essential for us? Vitamin B are your water-soluble vitamins. Therefore, they help in the energy metabolism, formation of RBCs and nervous system. Whereas vitamin C's are considered as a rich source of antioxidants. Therefore, they protect our body against any damaging, as it increases the immunity of the body. The third part, on being heated, egg white becomes solid and opaque. Give a reason. Because the denaturation of protein occurs and molecules of the protein, they get unfold and they get coagulated and therefore it becomes hard. Question number 15. Water vapor and liquid water are equilibrium in a container. At room temperature, the vapor pressure of water is 25 mm of mercury. The volume of water is Vml. In the first case, they are asking what will be the vapor pressure of water if the volume of water is reduced to V4 ml without any change in temperature. Please remember, your vapor pressure is only dependent on temperature. It is independent of volume. So the answer will be, it remains same, as it does not depend on volume. It depends on temperature. Will there be a change in vapor pressure if more water is added to the container? Again, the answer will be the same. Both samples will have same vapor pressure at same temperature, as vapor pressure of liquid is independent of the volume of the liquid. So you add any volume of water, it will not make any change in the vapor pressure. Question number 16, identify the compounds A, B, and C. These are covering your chemical properties of your, in the first case, they have taken the benzoic acid, and in the second case, they have taken your ethine. So, in the first case, your A is benzoyl chloride, your B is benzylaldehyde, and your C is C6H5OHC triple bond N. Then in the second case, your A is CH3CHO, B is CH3COH, and C is CH3COCH3. Then comes your question number 17. 17, first part I have solved on page number 7. You can see your phenol, when treated with conc HNO3 in presence of conc H2SO4, it will form picric acid. IUPAC name will be 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. B, ethyl acetate from ethanol. So your ethanol on oxidation will give acetic acid. Acetic acid again treated with ethanol in presence of conc H2SO4 will form an ester. This is also called as esterification reaction. Again, it is a very important chemical property of ethanol as well as acetic acid. Anisole from sodium phenooxide. You can see I have written the reaction. So here it goes. Then explain the mechanism of acid catalyzed dehydration of ethanol to yield corresponding alkene. It is a reference question. You can always refer to your textbook. They have given in that. Question number 18. Numerical again. You have to calculate the age of the piece of wood. So your K is equal to 0.693 upon T half. You will substitute. You will get as 1.209 into 10 to the power minus 4 per year. Then you will use the formula T is equal to 2.303 upon K log A upon A minus X. Now here it will be log 100 upon log 80, because they have already mentioned in the statement that an ancient piece of wood has only 80% of C14 found in a living tree. So already A minus X has been calculated for you. So your answer will be 1846 years. Second, the rate of the most of the reactions become double. So K2 upon K1 will be equal to 2. So the formula I have written, I have substituted the values. The answer is 52.89 kilojoules per mole. Then we come to the last section, section D. It's question number 19. Again, the reasoning question. Formaldehyde does not undergo aldol condensation, but acetaldehyde does. The reason being, formaldehyde lacks alpha hydrogen, whereas acetaldehyde shows the presence of alpha hydrogen, which is a very important condition for aldol condensation. Chloroacetic acid is stronger than acetic acid. Reason being that it contains chlorine, which is again an electron withdrawing group, which increases the acidity of acetic acid. Hence, your chloroacetic acid is stronger than acetic acid. C, both aldehydes and ketones undergo a number of nucleophilic addition reactions. Reason being, the carbon of the carbonyl group acquires a partial positive charge. because the delocalization of pi electron occurs, which results in the cleavage of the double bond. Second, they are saying identify the compound, show how you use the above information to identify the compound. So here is the reaction you can write. It is the moment it is your tolerance reagent, it will be an aldehyde, and the formula which they have given, as per that, it is your C6H5CHO. Question number 20. When 1 mole of an isomer of the complex is treated with AgNO3, it produces 1 mole of a white PPT of AgCl. So the isomer will be hydrate isomerism. So it will, one water molecule will move out. So it will replace your chlorine. So it will be CrCH2O whole 5 Cl bracket closed, and in the ionic sphere it will become, instead of Cl3, Cl2 dot H2O. The IUPAC name will become penta aqua chlorido chromium 3 chloride. A coordination compound D2sp3 hybridization, identify the nature of the ligand. It will be a strong field ligand and it will be an octahedral complex. Now they have made the language tricky. The moment it is D2sp3 hybridization, by default, it will be an octahedral complex and it will be a strong field ligand. Question number 21, the last question. Here is a numerical. Now in this numerical, again, they have given you the reduction potential. So you will substitute E cathode minus E anode. So you all know, as per the memory aid, again I am revising. Please remember LHS is your anode. RHS will always be your cathode. Anode shows oxidation. Cathode shows reduction. Oxidation means loss of electron. Reduction means gain of electrons. Then they are saying to calculate delta G naught. So the formula will be minus NFE naught. N is the total number of electrons lost or gained. So the valency you can see is Zn plus 2, Sn plus 2. So N will be 2 into Faraday's constant, 96,500 coulombs, into E naught. E naught you have calculated 0.62. So the answer is minus 119660 joules or minus 119.66 kilojoules. B part, molarity is equal to N by V. So you will substitute, your N will be 0.25. Hence 0.25 moles will require 5 into 0.25, that is 1.25 moles will become the answer. The molar conductivity, they have given the curves. In this, your NH4OH will represent the third curve, which is the weak electrolyte. Na2SO4 is a strong electrolyte, but not as strong as H2SO4. So curve 1 will be H2SO4, curve 2 Na2SO4, and curve 3 NH4OH. NH4OH, that is your ammonium hydroxide, will be the answer. Now in this, if we ask about the justification, in any graph of the molar conductivity, you can see a weak electrolyte will give a curve which will be in a decreasing order. Strong electrolyte will give a straight line decreasing graph, in which the graph of stronger electrolyte will always be above the graph of the comparatively weak electrolyte. Then part B, the molar conductivity they have given, they are saying calculate its degree of dissociation. So lambda formic acid will be H plus plus HCO minus. So we will be adding the molar conductivities. The unit will be SPECIMEN, centimeter square per mole. Degree of dissociation will be 34.1 divided by 404.2. That is the 0.084. So this was all about your specimen paper. I hope it will help you out. Best of luck for tomorrow's examination. Hope you all do your paper well.